Hi friends, this is Miss Holley-Hall. Today we're going to read the book Groundhog Weather School by Joan Holub. Let's read. Happy Groundhog Day, everyone. I do not see my shadow. That means spring is here. Yahoo! Spring is here. Sun and fun, here I come. I guess it's really hard to predict the weather. Dear weather groundhog, you were wrong. Spring is not here yet. Maybe you are too far away to predict the weather everywhere. Could you get more groundhogs to help you next year? Signed, Rabbit. Rabbit's right. I do need some help. But how will I find enough other groundhogs to help me predict the weather all over North America? Have you got what it takes to be a weather forecaster? Take this quiz and check all that apply. Are you a mammal? If you are warm-blooded, have a backbone, and drank milk as a baby, you probably are. Are you furry? You be the judge. Do you live in a burrow? If you live in a hole or tunnel dug in the ground, check this box. Are you a rodent? If you have two front teeth that never stop growing, you probably are. Are you an herbivore? If you only eat plants, you are. Do you hibernate? If you sleep for months at a time each winter, you're a hibernator, alrighty. If you checked all 6 boxes, you're invited to attend Groundhog Weather School. The news travels fast. Check. No, 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 no. Check, check. Nuh-uh, 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 nuh-uh. Check, check, check. Nope, nope, nope. No fair. I bet a skunk could forecast the weather too. Check, 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 check. Rats. Rats. Check, 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 check. Hibernate? Darn. Check, 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 check. Yay! I'm heading for Groundhog Weather School. Welcome to your first day at Groundhog Weather School, class. Let's begin by saying the pledge. Pledge of Hog Allegiance. We, the students of Groundhog Weather School, pledge to come out of our burrows on February 2nd to look for our shadows and to remember that if we don't see our shadows, it means spring is here. If we do see our shadows, it means there will be 6 more weeks of winter. I see my shadow when it's sunny, but why would sunny weather mean more cold winter weather is coming? I don't get it. It says here that a sunny winter day may be extra cold because there's no cloud blanket to trap the sun's warmth near the ground. Shadows? Nobody said anything about shadows. Dark, creepy shadows. Cool hair, dude, but are you sure you're a groundhog? I'm a foreign exchange student. Groundhog minus shadow equals spring. Groundhog plus shadow equals winter. Will that be on the test? Geography. Class, please tell us about yourselves. We're the only animals with a holiday named after us. Aren't you forgetting Turkey Day? Gee, my name is Groundhog. I'm smaller than a beaver but bigger than a squirrel, and I weigh 10 pounds. We watch out for these predators: coyote, fox, dog, wolf, bobcat, hawk, owl, eagle, human. My eyes, ears, and nose are good danger detectors. If a predator is near, I run for my burrow. I can't run fast, only about 10 miles per hour. Squirrels, chipmunks, and prairie dogs are our relatives. We're all part of a big rodent family called marmots. Most of us live in areas that get very cold in winter, like the northeast or central part of the United States and in Canada. Groundhog Day began here in Pennsylvania. We dig holes and eat farm crops, so some states don't allow groundhogs except for graduates of Groundhog Weather School, of course. Like most groundhogs in the northeastern United States, I prefer to be called a woodchuck. In the Appalachian Mountains, groundhogs are called whistle pigs because we whistle to warn other groundhogs of danger. Well done, class. Now let's visit the library. Research reports are due on the next page. Famous furry prognosticators. Puxatawney Phil, Puxatawney, Pennsylvania, made his first weather prediction in 1886. Met U.S. President Ronald Reagan, starred in a movie called Groundhog Day. General Beauregard Lee, Lilburn, Georgia, lives in a small white house at the Yellow River Game Ranch, has been on the Today Show and on Animal Planet, has an honorary college degree. Wharton Willie, Wharton, Ontario, Canada, a rare white albino groundhog with pink eyes, tries to predict which football team will win the Super Bowl, gets visitors from as far away as Pakistan. Jimmy the Groundhog, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, is visited by as many as 500 people each Groundhog Day, has a weather hotline, visits Wisconsin schools. Buckeye Chuck, Marion, Ohio, the official Ohio State groundhog, lives in a comfy straw-lined box in a park, visits a radio station on Groundhog Day to give his weather forecast. Staten Island Chuck, Staten Island, New York, has a house with a thermometer in the roof, lives at the Staten Island Zoo. Ice statues of him are carved on February 2nd. Pierre C. Chateau, New Iberia, Louisiana, is really a nutria, a rodent with webbed feet that lives and a long tail that lives in marshland or swamps. Has a Cajun-style house, which is moved to the Bologna Plaza Park each year for a big Groundhog Day celebration. Sir Walter Wally, Raleigh, North Carolina. In the week before Groundhog Day, kids record their weather observations. When the mayor announces Wally's weather forecast at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, kids watch to see if Wally's prediction turns out to be right. Nature's weather predictors. Some plants and animals can help predict the weather. A tree's leaves can predict storms. Leaves curl upward so their underside shows if there's moisture in the air and a strong wind is blowing. Cows don't like wind blowing in their faces, so they stand with their backsides to the wind. Wind blowing from the west usually brings good weather, so if a cow's tail is turned toward the west, it often means good weather is coming. Wet honeybees are too heavy to fly. They stay near their hive if rain is coming. If a pine cone's leaves fold inward, it may rain. In dry weather, they fold outward. Weathermen. Luke Howard created a system for classifying and naming different cloud shapes. It includes cumulus, cirrus, and stratus clouds. Wilson Snowflake Bentley was a farmer in Vermont who took thousands of pictures of individual snowflakes. This helps scientists understand how snowflakes form. Evangelista Torricelli invented the barometer, which measures air pressure. If air is not pressing hard against the earth, it's called a low pressure system. That often means it will rain. Can you guess what a high pressure system means? Professor Theodore Fujita was nicknamed Mr. Tornado because he helped figure out how to measure the wind speed inside a tornado. Lunchtime, everyone. Be sure you hog out. It's important to add as much fat to our bodies as we can before hibernation begins. Why do we have to hibernate in the winter? Yeah, I'm not sleepy. We hibernate for 4 or 5 months between October and March because it's cold and food is hard to find. During hibernation, we are in a deep sleep. Our heartbeats slow down, our body temperatures drop, and we only breathe about once every 4 minutes. We don't need to eat because we live off the fat our bodies have stored. So eat up, groundhogs. My friend Frog hibernates at the bottom of a stream where the water doesn't freeze. My friend Bat hibernates in a cave with her wings tucked close to keep her warm. How to build a burrow. Number 1, dig a hole in the ground to make your front door. Number 2, keep digging. Chomp through any roots. This will help wear down your claws and teeth so they don't grow too long. Number 3, we can dig about 5 feet in one day. If you want a simple burrow, dig about 15 feet of tunnel. If you want a fancy one, dig up to 40 feet. Make a few rooms along the way, such as a bedroom, a bathroom, and a storeroom for snacks. Number 5, be sure to make a back door in case you need to make a quick escape. The reasons for seasons. We have a surprise for you, Professor, a skit about seasons. In North America, a year is divided into 4 seasons of 3 months each. The seasons are winter, spring, summer, and fall. I'm winter. I begin around December 21st at the winter solstice, which is the shortest day of the year. I'm spring. I begin around March 21st at the spring equinox, when day and night are the same length. I'm summer. I begin around June 21st at the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year. I'm fall. I begin around September 21st at the fall equinox, when the day and night are the same length. There are 2 reasons why we have seasons. Number 1, planet Earth orbits, goes around the sun. Number 2, the Earth is tilted. The equator is an imaginary line that divides Earth into 2 halves called hemispheres. When a hemisphere tilts toward the sun, it's warmer, as in summer. When it tilts away, it's colder, as in winter. Wonderful. I'm so proud of you. Shadow studies. On February 2nd, we will look for our shadows. Can anyone tell me what a shadow is? A dark, scary monster that chases me? I know. It's the shade that's made when something blocks out the light, right? If there's a solar eclipse on Groundhog Day, will we get a do-over? Move far from the light to make a small shadow. Come close to the light to make a big shadow. At night, there are no shadows because there's no sunlight. Who's hogging the flashlight? Excellent. I think you're all ready for the final exam. The big test, a multiple choice quiz. Please circle the correct answer. Number 1, what day do you come out of your burrow? A, on your birthday. B, on February 2nd. C, on February 32nd. It's B. Number 2, what do you look for when you come out? A valentine. B, a shadow. C, a pot of gold. As nice as a pot of gold would be, I think it's B. Number 3, if you see it, C answer to number 2, what does it mean? A, spring is here. B, summer vacation is here. C, 6 more weeks of winter. Seeing their shadow means 6 more weeks of winter, so it's C. If you don't see it, what does it mean? A, you are invisible. B, spring is here. C, 6 more years of school. B, spring is here. Number 5, whether you see it or not, what's the next thing you do? A, go back to sleep. B, have a snack. C, report the results to Groundhog headquarters. It's C. Graduation day. Yay, I passed. Me too, I'm going to New York to check the weather. I got Florida. What a cinch. It'll be spring for sure. Yahoo, I'll be doing Texas. Get to your post, graduates, and start hibernating. Remember to set your alarm clocks for February 2nd. We'll be awaiting your shadow reports. October. Everybody's asleep. November. Everybody's asleep except the skunk. December. The skunk is still up. He says, for me, I shouldn't have. January. Everybody's asleep, but not the skunk. He says it's almost time. February 2nd, wake up, it's Groundhog Day. They're all waking up and the skunk says, at last. It's February 2nd. At school headquarters, weather reports are coming in from every Groundhog Weather School graduate. Will there be more winter or is it time for spring? Hello, Groundhog Weather School here. Does seeing a shadow in lightning count? Shadow? I see a dog. Does that count? Achoo! No shadow. Yep, that's a skunk shadow you're seeing, folks. The results are in. I'll rush them over to the professor. Oh, that one didn't get up. I see fog, but no shadow. How can I see my shadow without my glasses? My shadow is divine. I wish you could see it. Happy Groundhog Day, everyone. I had some help this year from the graduates of Groundhog Weather School, including me. So it's a sure bet that winter will last for 6 more weeks. Professor Groundhog took my advice and got some help. He's sure to be right this time. I'm going sledding. I guess it's really, really hard to predict the weather. The end. Hope you guys enjoyed it.